Welcome to Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Yes, hello and welcome to the Kop TV. A disappointing night for Liverpool, losing on penalties again to Arsenal at home this time in the League Cup. First and foremost, I always come to him. It's James Redmond. You've been letting your anger up. I just did loads of burps, to be honest, behind closed doors then. But all the burps out of the way. So that's good. How are you, bro? You right?
I've been better, lad. You know what I mean? This is one of the first, or if the first fan cam that I've done on here that we've lost the game. So
yeah,
it's a bit of a different mood. Just a bit of a different mood, lads. But you know what? It's one of them. It's one of them. I know a lot more people are going to be more sad than others. I think I'm one of them who's going to probably get over it by the time I wake up tomorrow. It is one of them. Arsenal Football Club, they can only beat us on penalties. You know what I mean? That's one thing that we have established in the 3 games that we've had with them this season. And also, it's not against man for man, our strongest team. But no, listen, fair play to Arsenal. I do think we had a good performance overall. I think we actually played better than Arsenal throughout the whole game. I think we had a lot more clear-cut chances. We just didn't take them away. Bernd Leno for them was absolutely amazing, who I'm sure we'll touch on more in a bit. But just like I said, it is what it is. It's annoying, frustrating, but we go again.
Annoying, frustrating, considering we were 1 penalty away from finishing it off. Divock, when he stepped up to it, didn't look comfortable. But let's start at the start. I mean, it was a pretty boring game. I'm not going to lie to you. It really there was a flash of life in it right at the end of the first half when Minamino hits the bar from a deflected save. I mean, he's less than 6 yards out, could finish it really. It comes at him quite quick, but half-time comes. Very, very, very stale in the second half. Not a lot happens at all. Grujic, couple headers for him, a shot from range. I mean, Jota came off too early, in my opinion, James. What did you think about that? And Salah, 60 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Mo Salah weren't having a great game as it was. I didn't really see Mo Salah gelling into it, but Jota was creating more, was being a bit more dangerous. He was showing a bit more threat. I thought he's shown positive signs again today, Jota. Salah, I don't think today was the type of game for Salah, to be honest. I mean, I don't know what the situation was with Mane and why he weren't in the squad, but I think for these type of games, Mane is actually a better player to have over Salah. So if you're going to choose one of your front 3 to come in and be that man for the team, I think Mane, because I think Salah is one of them who benefits more off playing around Mane and Firmino, more so than playing around Jota and Minamino, etc., because that's what he's used to. Whereas Mane, I think he's just overall individually a better player. I'm not saying miles or whatever. I'm not trying to make a big debate and argument, but I just think for this type of game, this would be perfect for Sadio Mane, and I think it would have made a bit more of a difference. But you know, overall, it's just it was a bit early to bring off Jota because he was creating so much. Minamino, he did have one of them games. It did feel like the type of performance that I was expecting to see from the team that was put out in the end, to be honest with you, Alex, lad, because it just didn't really know how it was going to go. I didn't know. I knew Jota was probably going to be the brightest spark of the bunch, which he was, but we still couldn't get Bernd Leno, man. It was just Bernd Leno.
Yeah, I feel like, yes, he did some great saves tonight, but I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I think a lot of them were camera saves. He didn't have to stretch out that far on a lot of his saves.
You can say the camera saves, Alex, but a save's a save, and they were sound saves, and they were shots that could have gone in, you know, but they weren't the best chances. But we're talking about the brightest moments of the game. Leno kept it in.
Yeah, absolutely. So what happens then? We just should have scored, I think. We should have put this away. We should have nicked a goal before the end of the game to take it into pens.
We were the better team.
Arsenal, we've lost 2 penalty shootouts now in probably less than a month. I mean, we beat them on pens last year in the same trophy, but now we're out. Does anyone in the comments actually know if the draws happened? Because I would like to see who we would have got if we won. Let's see some of the comments. Some of you guys going wild tonight, let me tell you that. I can't believe Klopp will not take this serious. Next game is make or break for Jurgen, I'm afraid. I mean, don't worry, James. It's fine. I know who this is.
Yeah, man. And do you know what, though, lads? I do think above anything else, there's a few positives to take. There's a few. I thought Nico Williams, first off, he shouldn't have got the fucking stick that he did get a bit midweek when we played Lincoln. That was fucking ridiculous. And anyone who was on that bandwagon have given him abuse. I think constructive criticism is fine for any player of any age. But when it gets to a certain level like that, you've got to fans are very narrow-minded nowadays. Like, you forget all the good performances he has after one shaky-ish performance. And today he was sound, Reece Williams sound, and that's positives to take if we can take any, because we're playing against very difficult players like Nicholas Pepe, Joe Willock has a sound game. And you know what, mate? Young players like that shone through. And that's that. If we're going to take anything, I know there's not much, but if we're going to take anything, you can take away some of the young players were a bit positive. And Curtis Jones stepped up again tonight and looked sound. Do you know what I mean, lad? This is just trying to nitpick. I'm trying to nitpick Alex and finding anything I possibly can, my mate.
Do you know what? I was so shocked by the team when it came out. I remember being on the radar with you maybe over a month ago now in the outside Anfield, and we both said, I asked you the question, will Marco Grujic or Harry Wilson ever play a game for Liverpool again? They did tonight, both of them. And to be fair to Grujic, he was one of our most impactful players, I think.
Yeah, he was. He was sound, Grujic. You know, I think that's what Grujic offers. You know, that okay performance, that solidity, that he can defend, he can go forward a bit, he can offer a little bit of something in the box from aerial threats. Today, that's what he was. I think he kept up with the level of the game. So the pace that the game was going, Grujic kept up with that, and I think that's the player he is. For the squad depth-wise, Harry Wilson and Grujic and Shaqiri and all these are fine because they're squad depth players. But when you talk about them breaking into our first team, there's not a chance, at least in my opinion. And today was evidence of that. I was surprised to see Harry Wilson start. I was surprised to see Grujic start. I was expecting to see a more stronger team from Jurgen myself, because I feel like we could have put out a bit more of a stronger team. I thought the front three was stronger than even what I had expected, with Salah being involved in that. But it's just the midfield was a bit lighter. I thought maybe Curtis Jones, of course, Tsimikas isn't available, so we couldn't have Milner as an option in the midfield. Obviously, we've got the Aston Villa game on Sunday, but I thought we could have brought in a few more. I thought Naby could have maybe been a bit more involved in this game, but I'm not sure if there's anything that's happened with him either. Of course, I could be wrong on some of this stuff, but I do think it was a bit of an underestimation from Jurgen Klopp and his lineup today. Because I do want to see us go out and do well in this Carabao Cup, mate. I'm half sick of just getting knocked out in the second round, to be honest, or the second game that we play. I want us to advance. I want us to go to the final. I want us to have a decent little day at Wembley, even though we won't even be there. But you know what I mean? Just go out and get every piece of silverware you can.
Yeah, that for me, James, is the killer today. I think the lack of desire to kind of finish the game in 90 minutes, which results in us now not being able to. A quadruple is definitely a very ambitious target, but it would have been on if we'd won tonight. Let us know in the comments, guys, what you think about the Klopp team selection for this game. A lot of youngsters, a lot of big name players as well. Did Klopp make a mistake, or was Klopp maybe a little bit promiscuous when he took off Van Dijk as well as Salah on 60 minutes? It was almost as if to say, right, we're still going to win this game. We're going to take off our two best players. I actually thought, what's this about? I didn't like that double sub there, James.
Yeah, listen, mate, I scratch my head at a lot of things that Jurgen Klopp does, and most of the time, not today, most of the time it usually works out. So I was just kind of going with the motion of it. I do think it was to rest, to avoid any possible injuries. With the Villa game coming up, that could be just an easy excuse and an easy scapegoat for Jurgen Klopp, and me as a fan of Jurgen Klopp, but it's not the first time, it's not the first rodeo where we've questioned the Jurgen Klopp substitution and who he's took off and who he's brought on and the time that he's made it. It happens. I think he came out, he wanted to win. We know Jurgen Klopp wants to win every game, but I do think he was just being precautious and being careful with the squad selection of players as he got. And you mentioned briefly before how there was many chances where we could have won the game, but if you think about it at the end, because I wanted to bring this up earlier, but Arsenal at the end could have got a penalty with the James Milner situation. Realistically, they should have really had one. Whether they scored or not. What?
Is that a pen for you?
I think that's a pen.
So and do you know what? Maybe with VAR tonight as well, there was actually a few contentious decisions, I'm not going to lie, where maybe that went against us, maybe went for us. But the ref didn't have a great game. There was an incident where Rob Holding completely drags back a play and gets away with it. But then, we probably should have given a penalty away tonight. So I think, and you might agree, you might disagree, but I actually think VAR is actually exposing these refs for a lot of mistakes. There was a few instances as well when I remember Cedric makes a run from deep, gets the ball in an attacking position, the ref brings his flag up. It was actually this far onside. There was a few mistakes tonight.
No, there was. I was actually, I was screaming at the telly, to be honest with you, mate, with the amount that the referee was doing. I thought he was actually shocking. It was one of the worst referee performances I've seen in a long time. I'm not saying that's the reason why we lost. Obviously, like I said, Arsenal should have had a penalty in the last couple of minutes. But overall, I think you're right. I think we're probably seeing, if we went back to times without VAR and stuff like that, we would be just fuming again, because I think we forget how many decisions did go wrong when we didn't have VAR. And just because we have to be precise now, it is annoying and it is time consuming, but it does get the right answer most of the time. Even if it's harsh, it's the right answer. Tonight, we never got that. We never got the right answer. And I think that's why it wanes as an exciting game. Because VAR, you've got to be honest, it creates a lot of the spark. It creates a lot of the... Even though it creates a lot of the down tension and it hesitates the celebration, but it does create like the ooh, like... And if it creates a penalty, then it's like, you know what I mean, lad? Like, there's always something that VAR can offer. But when it's the referee and his naked eye, referees are shitting themselves nowadays, Alex, lads. They are the bottom of the... That's it, lads. That's it. I think we're realising the level, and like I said before, VAR, it's here to stay, and we're realising it's actually doing some good for the amount of shit that it gets.
Yeah, as you can see on the screen, if we did win tonight, obviously we would have played Man City.
Oh, that really annoys me. That really annoys me, because I feel like if we could have beat Arsenal tonight and wiped out one of the more threatening teams in Arsenal, and we go ahead and play Man City, I would expect us to approach that game full force, and I would expect us to knock them out if we did go full force, because I believe our first team can beat anyone. Therefore, if you knock out Arsenal and you knock out Man City in what is the quarterfinals, the next round, am I right? Or round 16, quarterfinals. So if you knock them out, you go through to the semi-finals and you're on to win that cup. So that's very frustrating there, and that, to be honest with you, mate, it would have been a difficult game, but fuck me.
Yeah, I'm really gutted, to be honest. If we beat Man City, that trophy was ours, and we all know we could have beaten Man City. Everton, Man United as well in the draw.
That's a good game. That's a good game. Do you know what, lads? Obviously, I don't want Everton to win a trophy this season, because I love the 1995 thing, but I don't like Man United more than I don't like Everton, so I prefer to see Everton win that game. I've always made that known that I don't like Man United as much as... Oh, no, I don't like Everton as much as... Oh, no, I hate Man United more than Everton. That was it.
Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. Right, James, thank you for your thoughts. Really appreciate that, brother. We're playing Aston Villa on Sunday night. 7:15 kickoff. That's obviously a lot more important than tonight in a lot of people's eyes. Listen, we're both gutted about tonight, both disappointed, but what can you do?
Sorry for not being as uplifted tonight, but to take any positives, I do think it will allow us now to really, because with the 2-game-a-week regime that's going on, it'll really allow us to go in on the league. It'll really allow us to go in on the Champions League. So any positives to take, that can be it for you, Alex. There you go, my mate.
Yeah, absolutely. There's actually another 2 months to go until the next League Cup game, so there is some time off. But James, see you Sunday night, and I'll probably
my mate
in the next couple of weeks in Liverpool and in London as well. Much love, G.
Defo, man.
Right, Stephen and Darren, I'll come to you after, but we'll go with Steve first. Not as good tonight, mate. Talk to me about this one. How do you feel? Live from Fazakali.
To be honest, there is positives taken and there is negatives, but I think there's more negatives to take. But it's just with these cup games, it's like you can't really take no criticisms with Klopp, because it's like he wants to win the game, but like he knows that Premier League and the Champions League is more important. But today, it's like he weren't going for it. It's like he was just defending, and I think in the cup games against Arsenal, because I think it did mean more to Arsenal than what it did to us, because so you could see Arsenal were going for it more, and it was like a game of two halves. Arsenal played better in the first half. Adrian done some good saves, and we probably played the better in the second half. So you could say it was a game of two halves today, and and the thing what annoyed me is like.
Steve, do me a favour. Put your phone on the table so it stays still. Yeah? Good lad. Just keep it nice and still for us, because we need to see you.
Yeah, no, like I was saying, the thing what annoyed me is just like getting a trip to Wembley, innit? Like, I know we won't be there, but like it's not every day you get a trip to Wembley, is it? But today it's just nothing really to take. Like Minamino was quiet, and Grujic played really well in midfield. I thought Grujic played really well, and this with Harry Wilson, not because he missed the pen, but I can't really see him playing another game for us though. After today, I can't really see that. Like,
talk to me about the penalties. Obviously, James Milner comes up and scores. Gini Wijnaldum scores. Curtis Jones scores. Who else? I'm sure there was another fella that scored.
Milner.
Yeah, Milner took the first one. But Divock Origi, when he stepped up to take that one, Steve, were you confident? Did you think this is going in? And also, Adrian, very unlucky with the final goal, just slipped under him.
Oh, I was confident Origi was going to score because he is the superhero coming off the bench, isn't he? Well, I know it's been a shootout, but I did expect him to score, but it was a poor pen. It was terrible. And Wilson's pen, that was another poor pen, to be honest. There was 2 poor pens, and that's what cost us from going through to the quarterfinals playing Manchester City. And that did cost us, but we have to move on, and hopefully we can win the Premier League and the Champions League and the FA Cup.
Yeah, listen, I think this does put more emphasis, Steve, does it not, on actually trying to go as far as we can in the FA Cup now and making sure that Klopp can actually win a domestic trophy that isn't the Premier League. Obviously, Champions League, the Premier League have done the hard ones.
It's
hard because we haven't gone through to the next round. But Klopp, I think this season needs to win an FA Cup, not to keep his job. That's ridiculous talk. But what I'm saying is, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, exactly what I get. What you mean? Like, it would be nice winning the FA Cup because Klopp's done the 2 hardest trophies you can win as a Liverpool manager. Won the Premier League and won the Champions League. But I would like to win the FA Cup just to give that history back again to the club and bring it home. And I would like to win the FA Cup, and I would like to win the League Cup as well. But he doesn't take it as strong because with the Champions League coming up, it'll be 2 games a week. I know it's going to be a 2-month break, but it seems like he doesn't really take it strong in the Carabao Cup. And I know he gives the youngsters a good chance of playing football. But today, I did expect us to win. I thought we would have won because there's a few strong players in there, like Salah, Van Dijk and all that. And like what James said, in these type of games, I would pick Mane over Salah because he gives you more spark.
James said that before. I think I agree with his point where he says Salah does need kind of more threats around him for him to flourish. Do you think, like you say, we missed a Mane, even a Firmino to come off the bench? I thought would have been a game changer over Origi.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, and I would have liked to see Mane or Firmino on the bench because Origi, he's like one of them. I don't think he's not good enough, is he? So when it's a 0-0 draw like that, imagine if that was in the Champions League and Mane and Firmino were injured and you're bringing Origi on. He doesn't give you that spark what Mane does, and that's what we need. I think we need. I know we've got Jota now, and I know he's a decent player, but we need a better backup than Origi. And Origi, he's been a good player for us, and he scored loads of important goals. But if you could sell him for about 30 million and bring a decent 30 million player back up in, that would be good. And I think that's what we need.
Yeah, I think very late in the window to be doing business like that. But Steve, thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to see you Sunday night after the Villa game as well. Thank you so much, mate. Take care.
See you in a bit.
Next up, all the way from Dublin, it's Darren Whelan. How are you, fella? Talk to me.
I'm good, Alex. Yeah, not too bad. Least of our priorities, really. I mean, no team wins 4 trophies in the season. So if there's one trophy you want to go out on, especially at the early stages, it's got to be the Energy Drink Cup, isn't it? So, but look, obviously I wanted us to win. But we're not going to, as I said, win all 4. Hence the team selection tonight. I know Van Dijk started Gomez. Gomez, come on. I thought, again, he was good.
For me, it was a bit weird, Darren, to take off Van Dijk after 60 minutes. You might as well just leave him on.
Yeah, well, I suppose there's one eye as well on Sunday, Alex, and there is still a half an hour, including stoppage time penalties to go. So I suppose anything can happen in that time. But I thought Reece Williams was very good as well, and then Gomez to come on for Van Dijk was just to bring in another first team player. Similar enough to Van Dijk there, the experience to get the lads through it. So it was a bit of a strange to probably even start Van Dijk with the big games coming up with Sunday, the international break, and then Everton. And we know it's going to be a very condensed season, a lot of football in the short period of time. So, like with Lincoln last week, surprised that Fabinho, Van Dijk played, but it is what it is. And there's some relief in me. I don't know whether you're the same, that we have gone out tonight, and I mean,
Really?
come December, January. Yeah, I think come December, January, if we were still in it, and with all the football we have with the Champions League now with us, I think we're gonna obviously prioritise the FA Cup more now this season than we have in previous seasons. So I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not too bothered about it, and that's me full genuine sincerity about it. I'm not
I think
too
that's
bothered.
where maybe tonight we're a bit different, Darren, because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm pissed off that we lost tonight. We had the chance to win it. We had the penalty to put on the spot and win the game with Origi. Didn't happen. We got to be more clinical in these situations. Listen, penalty shootout, it's always a lottery. Traditionally, Liverpool do well in penalty shootouts, but we've now lost 2 in a row to Arsenal in the space of a month. Obviously, we beat them on Monday. I mean, technically, they haven't beaten us again in 90 minutes, but this is going to give them a boost going into the next round in 2 months, like you say, against City. But I'm gonna be honest and say I'm pissed off we went out tonight, Darren.
Yeah, but I think, look, the 2 games we lost to Arsenal was the Shield, which wasn't really an anything game. It's before even the ball is being kicked competitively. And tonight, but like if you had an alternative, win Monday night and the Shield, and tonight, I think we're all going for Monday night. And you could see the difference with us really wanting to take it serious. We're starting our proper players. And like, let's be honest, Arsenal were good to that night, but we were just levels ahead. You know what I mean? And we're still streets ahead. And tonight, I'm not going to be too upset, Alex. I like to be very open-minded and optimistic in these situations. And that's what Klopp would want us all to be. That's what he's implemented into the squad. So, best of luck to Arsenal, though. You know, look, they went through. It was a game of 2 halves tonight. Second, if again, similar to the Shield, Alex, if that goes to extra time tonight, I think we sneak it. So there's a bit of fortunate and unfortunate, I suppose, in it for Arsenal, you know. But I don't think we'd be too bothered about tonight. Not if we go on and win the league and do well in Europe again, or perhaps win both. We'll forget about this as quick as it happens, you know.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right when you say, you know, it's definitely at the lowest priority for us this season, winning the League Cup. But it's okay to say that when you've lost the game. If we had won tonight, I guarantee all of us would be saying, right, the quadruple's on. Would we not? I'm trying to play devil's advocate here.
Well, doing a talk with one of the lads there a few weeks ago, we were doing an Instagram thing, and I said, look, we're not going to win all 4. I don't think we will. He thought we should maybe prioritise the cups a bit more this season. But I said, look, from the owner's point of view, from Klopp's point of view, financially, we're up there with the top dogs. It's the League and Champions League, FA Cup, then third, and League Cup. If we do, we don't. But what was the chance of us ever going to win for realistically? You know, we would love to, of course, and the longer you're in it, the chance you have of doing well and probably going on and winning it. But 4 trophies, I just wouldn't, as good as we are, I wouldn't be backing us to win the 4, you know, Alex. But look, I mean, who knows? You know, we are that good, and the squad sometimes is underestimated. And if anyone could do it, I suppose it's us with how good we are.
Yeah, now attention does finally go away from Arsenal. I mean, it feels like we've played these guys 4 or 5 times in the last 2 weeks, to be honest. It's crazy because we played them the end of last season, the Shield, and now twice this week. So firmly, attention switches now to Aston Villa on Sunday night. Let's look ahead to that one a little bit. I mean, just quickly on that before we move on to Theo next. I know he's been waiting for a while. But on that one, do you expect the big dogs to come back in and maybe even field a full strength team?
Absolutely, yeah, and get back to winning ways. Normal service to resume for the champions. Go to Birmingham. Hopefully get a couple of goals. They actually have the old Arsenal keeper, should say, Martinez in goal. They'll be tough to beat. Villa have made a few signings. They stayed in the league, probably fortunate enough last season. So it will be a tough game, Alex, but normal service to resume Sunday. I well believe that, and I think there'll be a reaction. There always is in Liverpool, but more so after tonight, there'll be a big reaction. But look, I'm happy either way. Win Sunday and win a Monday. I take it all day over tonight, Alex.
Yeah, quick comment here from Huddy Boy. Ones we have to take, lads. Still played well, but we have to lick our wounds and batter Villa on the weekend. Still a great start to the season. Grujic, Jota and Reece Williams, great game. Give me some of the names that impressed you the most tonight, Darren.
Reece Williams, I thought was really good. Nico Williams, brilliant. I thought Grujic was good, but I wouldn't say excellent. Jota looked lively. You can see he's a workhorse. I think Adrian done great for a save when was a holding come up and heading there. So no one was a real standout. But I do want to mention one thing just before we go, Alex, about Joe Gomez. I think he's for 23-year-old, he's playing the top level the last couple of seasons. He's getting better. And there's a lot of Liverpool fans that just before when Fabinho played well against Chelsea were playing Gomez's chances down, saying, you know, he's not good enough and he's been a bit sloppy lately. His reaction Monday night was exceptional. Played great. He come on tonight for Van Dijk. And I think for 23 years of age, you remember he actually made his debut a couple of years back at left back against Arsenal, a game where we went to the Emirates and drew 0-0 under Brendan Rodgers era. So he's exceptional and he's very underrated. And I think he's potentially world class in the next season or two. And I just think we need to give him a bit more press.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Gomez is one for the future as well as the fact that he has played so well already in the last couple of games. One quick one from you, Darren. Jota came off around the 65-minute mark. I was really impressed by him. He was our brightest spot, forced some really good saves out of Leno. Why did we take him off?
One eye on the weekend. Look, I think we'll go with Salah, Bobby and Mane the weekend. But again, one eye for backup injuries. It's going to be a long season. He's going to be in and around the first team most of the season. I think he'll get more game time than people will expect him to. As I said, a largely condensed, it's a huge season in condensed months. We're playing, I think, 9 months of football and 8 months or something like that, a lot less than normal. So we have to have these guys fit and ready. And yeah, it might have been a bit strange he come off, but as you said, even with Van Dijk, why not play him the rest of the game? But I think there's definitely one eye on the weekend. I think Jurgen knows that's the priorities. That's the big one now Sunday, and the league for us in general. We're looking to get our first back-to-back titles now.
Absolutely, Darren, and long may that mission continue. Let's get the back-to-back. But tonight, not so good. A defeat after penalties to Arsenal. But hey, listen, I'll see you on Sunday, where hopefully it's all smiles again after beating Aston Villa. Take care, bro.
It will be. It will.
Yes, come on. Positivity. Next up, making his Kop TV, the Kop TV debut. How can even I get that wrong? It's the Kop. It's because everyone else gets it wrong and they say Kop TV. Starting to wear off for me. The Kop TV debut. The little man there, Theo Woods. How we doing, fella?
Oh, I mean, I'm all right, but I mean, it wasn't our greatest performance tonight. You know, especially a lose on penalties it feels worse lose on penalties than any other way. And you know, it is only the Carabao Cup, but still, I feel like if we'd have won it, it would have. We would have been happy to like proceed in it, and we would have been happy. So like to say it's only the Carabao Cup. Like, it makes me feel better saying it, but I would have been happy if it was gone for it tonight.
Love that background there, showing the trophies that we've won in the last couple of years. Love that. Is that your room, yeah?
Yeah, just in my room. Got one of our friends to paint it. Got the others down
That's
there.
incredible. Oh, you got the Super Cup down there as well?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah,
that's the World Class Cup. Wow, that's incredible. Amazing. Talk to me about the starting lineup, Theo. Very surprised to see the likes of Wilson there. Very surprised to see Grujic come back in, although it was kind of a given, knowing that Milner had to play at left back. Talk to me about some of the individual performances tonight. Who are you impressed with and who let you down?
Well, I mean, I was impressed by Jota. I thought he was very lively, very quick. He did spark a lot of chances for us. And then both Williams, Nico Williams and Reece Williams, I thought they both played well. Wilson, I thought he was okay, but he wasn't the best. Grujic, I mean, he had a few chances in the air, but he looked okay, but I think we could definitely maybe have put a better team out today.
I was quite shocked as well, actually, to see no Naby Keita, no Shaqiri as well, when both of them obviously played in the last game and have played really well in the league with Keita. That was a surprise to me. I think we were actually missing someone like a Keita tonight. What do you think, Theo?
Yeah, I think Kite would have done well tonight, and we definitely were missing that sort of player tonight. I think he would have definitely had something that could have, maybe got us to win. And obviously, it being the Carabao Cup, we don't go to extra time, and I think maybe if we did go to extra time, it could have gone another way. We might have just nicked it, but that's just how it goes.
It is how it goes. Theo, thanks so much for making your debut. Big fan of your stuff. You obviously know your bits and bobs. Love that on the background as well. Might have to get the old Insta of the person who did that and send that across, man. Get a mural. Love that. Take care, Theo. See you soon, mate. All the best. Next up, Few Izzy making his second appearance now on the Kop TV. Bro, I know you're going to be pissed off, like me.
Yeah, man. But at the end of the day, Alex, yeah, we won the Premier League last season,
Yeah,
It's the Carabao Cup. No disrespect. It's the Carabao Cup. Champions League draw came out. Do you know what I mean? We got a nice little group. We got other things to be excited about. I don't think we should let the Carabao Cup. We should beat ourselves up and feel upset about it. Obviously, it's a trophy that we would like to win, but you win some, you lose some, man. I want the big ones.
Yeah, I'm calling for the big ones too, bro. LV General is going to be on both of our cases tonight.
Forget him, man.
Hella voice, hella piss takes.
Nah. He doesn't know what it feels like to win the Premier League, man.
No, it's true. Talk to me about the team selection. That's one of the critical things that I want to talk about to you tonight, because there was a few shocks on the team sheet when it came out. I thought the striker three up top would be a little bit different. Did you?
Yeah. I thought when our team came out, I generally thought, oh, this is the team that's gonna nick a result from Arsenal. We're gonna win. We're gonna beat them. Like we'll proper beat them. I was surprised, but yeah, man, it didn't end up how we all thought it would. To be honest with you, man, but we got other things to worry about, man. The Carabao Cup's gone. Would have been good to have, but I want the FA Cup as well, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. If we go through tonight and we get Man City, of course, we'd all be up for a huge quarter-final clash against Man City. Arsenal now have that opportunity to get into the semi-final and could win it. I mean, we actually still, the stat came up during the game, I don't know if you saw, but we still have won this trophy the most times, but we haven't won it for 8 years. It feels crazy. Now I think in terms of domestic titles, apart from the Premier League, we've got to give everything now to the FA Cup.
To the FA Cup, yeah. Like, he's got to go full throttle, strong squad, man. He's got to go full throttle, strong squad. Because it'll be nice to win the Premier League alongside with the FA Cup. Do you know how sick that parade will be?
Oh, madness.
You know like this one that's going to come up, whenever they decide to do it, it's going to be crazy itself. But imagine with a FA Cup with it. Oh, it's crazy.
Claudia T here says that was a real chance for Harry Wilson to shine. I actually didn't think Harry Wilson would play for Liverpool again. He comes on tonight, has a decent game, but what was the penalty, really? I don't know what you thought of that one. It was a small run-up, straight down the middle, really disappointing.
Yeah.
Knowing how good a strike he actually has. We've seen he can hit the pinners.
Yeah. I mean, I when I watched it, I was watching with my friends, and I said, this guy's got technique. He ain't missing. No way, but then, yeah, man. But I guess it happens, man. They got their revenge on us, so we did it to them last season, so this is their little revenge. But the Champions League, man, I'm that's, you know what? Even though I'm upset only a little bit, because when you think of the stuff like the Champions League and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the Champions League. Ajax, Atalanta, and FC Midtjylland from Denmark. That's a very, very nice draw. And actually, do you know what, bro? We haven't had nice draws for a while.
100%. I mean, again, I wanted to get this, the other big guys, Barcelona and stuff like that. I wanted to get them, but only because it's just good to see your club face clubs like these. But we'll catch them in like the quarters and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Group than we usually have. But there was one other group. That group looks so dead. Oh my God.
Juventus, Barcelona.
No, there's another dead group. I would rather watch EastEnders from the beginning, season 1. I can't remember what group it was, but it was just some boring group. I think Dortmund's in it or something, but it was just some boring group. I'd rather watch Stenders from the beginning.
Yeah, and that's a long series, that series one. I think it's just finished, hasn't it? Talk to me about Sunday. Attention quickly focuses now on the trip to Aston Villa. Sunday 7:15 kickoff on Sky.
Yeah.
Now we have to bounce back and absolutely win that game against the really informed Villa team. Emi Martinez in goal. They've just bought that Traore as well. Jack Grealish signed a new contract. It's going to be a tough one away from home. Oh, not too sure where Few went there. I think he might be in a car, actually. Going through some dodgy signal. But let me know what you think about the game that we have on Sunday with Aston Villa. It is going to be a tough one. Let's forget about this one now. I know the video is still, for fuck's sake, the fan cams, Liverpool 0, Arsenal 0, Arsenal win 5-4 in penalties. But let's look to Sunday. Huddy Boy says Watkins up front is the one to watch, AGT. I like what I've seen of Watkins. Scored a lot of goals for Brentford last year, got them up to the Premier League, and they've just beaten Fulham tonight 3-0, which is their local derby. But I think Watkins could cause us some damage on Sunday. I'm just seeing if I can get a couple more guests for us, unless Few as he can come back into the screen. I think don't know what's happened now. I hope he's right there. Big chance on Sunday for us to bounce back from this. I'd love to see us get 4 wins out of 4 in the league. I mean, I'm not being funny. A lot of people will have this cup tonight, the Carabao Cup, prioritised differently. Me personally, I'm up here with it. I do think we should have really tried to win that game in 90 minutes. And a lot of you in the comments right now maybe don't care that much about it and admit that there are other things to focus on. There's a lot of ways to look at this tonight. If we'd have got through, it would have been very different. Max Freeman says Jota is looking perfect. Me too. Who else here thinks? Let me know in the comments now. Jota shouldn't have come off for me. He was our most creative spark. He was the one that was making the things happen in and around the box. He was linking up the play. He was making them panic in defence. He forced a couple of great saves out of Leno. I really was impressed with Jota. I do actually think he was our best player tonight, even though he played 65 minutes. But yes, looking very, very sharp, Max, indeed. Huddy Boy here says, I like our Champions League group. Last 2 years, we've got horrible groups. Man United got a tough group. Absolutely. Always good to see that. Diego also says, Xhaka was lucky to stay on the pitch after a couple of rugby tackles on Jota. Yeah, I saw that. I think he got a yellow, to be fair, and it was only yellow. Cynical foul, not a red. Last comment from here, Claudia T. Jota played well. Shout out to Dogs Loud. I'll put Artenge in a chongi. There you go. At Max, I agree with you. Jota was amazing. No, Jota should have stayed on. I thought Wilson would come off, but we switched to the 4-4-2. That's why I think Klopp did that. Yeah, let me know about what you thought of Harry Wilson tonight. Is that the last time we see him in a Liverpool shirt? I mean, he hasn't actually played a senior game of football since against Exeter in 2016. That is knowledge off the top of the dome. So it's a long time since he's played. Maybe this was a chance for him tonight to put himself in the window. We think about it. It's Thursday now. On Tuesday, the transfer window shuts. And like I said on the radar with James last week, outside Anfield, we're still going to be seeing the likes of Marco Grujic, Harry Wilson leaving Anfield, maybe Origi. Didn't play well tonight. Like Claudia T says, smash the like button. There's 61 of you watching right now, according to my StreamYard. And we've only got 25 likes. So that's poor, guys. Come on. If you're watching this now, all it takes is for you to press the like button. It really does help us out. Please do it if you haven't already. And whilst you're there, just double check if you're subscribed already, because if not, you need to do that as well. Right then, so coming up in the week, tomorrow we'll do a live match preview for the Aston Villa game. If you haven't watched it already, please go back and watch Top of the Cops with DJ Rusky. He talks all about the Villa game on Sunday, who we should be looking out for as well. Like I said, going to be a really tough game on Sunday, that one. a late kickoff too. And then on the Sunday, of course, fan cam straight after the game. On Monday, we'll do a live kind of countdown to see which players will be leaving Anfield. That will be live. And then on Tuesday, I believe it's the international break. So yeah, content will still be running though. Don't worry about that. We'll have a top of the Kops next week for you too. But like Claudia T says, smash that like button. Atalanta will definitely be the toughest test in our Champions League group. Right then, guys, another disappointing. Well, I say another disappointing night. That's very wrong for me to say. I'll change it. The first disappointing night of the season. Of course, there's always going to be ups and downs, even when your team is this great. We are going to have deflating moments as well. I personally, for one, really would have preferred us to go through tonight. I would have liked to have seen a real challenge in this trophy, just to take it away from Man City, for God's sake, because they've won it so many times in the last few years. But hey, you can't always get what you want. We definitely did the business on Monday night when it really mattered. But I'm not going to lie to you, it did matter tonight, and we did not deliver in that 90-minute period. Disappointing for me, very little positives to take out of it. But, of course, we have to move on and look forward to Aston Villa on Sunday. Roy Richards getting into very many scuffles tonight in the comments, but he's made it to the end. You are the best. No, you're the best, Roy. Champions, bro. Yeah, exactly. Roy Richards, how right is he? We're still champions. Not of the League Cup, but of the Premier League and the World Club Cup. They're the two trophies that we're still currently champions of. Love that. Man of the match is the Kop TV. Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. Guys, disappointing night. Let's move on. Think about Sunday. Think about getting the 3 points again at Aston Villa. But until then, take care. And remember,